think I am live. Hi guys, I am first time going Facebook Live, so I hope that you can see me clearly and that you can hear me. So hi guys. So I guess it doesn't matter how many people join in live, as long as you're able to watch it whenever you want, so which is great. That's why I thought I should try Facebook Live. So oh great, hi Anike, thank you, looking nice, you mentioned there. Well, I have something very interesting to talk about today, and I want to talk about how to bring healing and change. So it's a very heavy topic, because I believe that the reason why people don't change is that they have something blocked, or you haven't brought about some kind of healing to an issue that has been there forever for you. So it could be some fears, it could be some emotional pain, and yet you do want to move forward. You want to bring that change. So it is so important that we face these emotions, if there's a grievance, or if you have any kind of fears, and sort of burying it down, I mean, when you go off to a doctor and you tell them that about something that you're feeling emotionally down or you're stressed out, unfortunately they just give you pills to numb your feelings, and that is not the solution. In fact, that's not going anywhere. It's just staying stuck. And you want to bring a healing or a change within to create a change outside you. So if you have been feeling stuck about a situation, think about what are the fears you might be having. What is that, or when did it begin for you? Maybe it was childhood when it began for you. Perhaps there's been some special incident that was so tragic for you. It could be something as small as somebody saying something about you and you believed in it. And it is so important to realize that everything that's outside you is not true, what people say about you, or even the fact that you buy into something is wrong with you. And it could just not be about what people talking about you. It could be what people say, or even the doctors say, oh, your health's really going to go down. And you do have so many stories, and where women have been told they can't be pregnant, and voila, they do have a baby after a while, and the doctor has said you can't have one. So really, it's all in our mind, our mindset, and how do we believe and feel about our emotions, our beliefs. Do you want to believe that you can do this and move forward, or do you want to believe that there is a problem, that you can't do it? Instead, it is so important that we face that then and bring some kind of healing, some kind of understanding that you are truly capable of facing it. It's all about facing it, actually, because if you are going to keep running away instead of looking at that this needs to be said, that needs to be done, or that needs to be tried, because sometimes it's all about trying something new, and that's change, isn't it? So I can see loads of people joining. Thanks very much for your comments and likes. Please keep putting questions too, if anything you want me to see what I can help you with, if anything is there with what I'm talking. I truly believe that we hold ourselves back with things, and when we are able to understand that there is something that needs to be looked at instead of feeling like it's impossible, that's when you can move forward. Sometimes it's just about saying yes, because when you want something, you have to first of all say yes, even though you don't know the path. You know, it doesn't have to be a clear direction always to say yes, because when you say yes, you'll be surprised that all kinds of opportunities will line up, ideas will start popping in, confidence starts coming in, and there is this aspect of just that leap of faith that is required. So the healing happens most of the time not when we keep looking at the past, but when we actually look at moving forward. Because when we are attached so much to the past, we cannot look at the future, and the best way to look at what's next is to really be able to see the future. So that's why I keep putting these intents as well on my page. It's all about saying that I am whatever I have written there, like I am healed or I am moving forward. Because if you're not going to admit that to yourself, what you're wanting, and say that, there is no way you're going to move forward. It's all about, unless and until you can imagine it, you cannot create it. So the acceptance of whatever is needed for bringing that change is so important, because when we are able to forgive, when we are able to actually face that we're angry, face that you have some kind of grievance, and you've got to not bury it at that point, because it'll come back, it'll be a reflection. And I have in my own personal life gone through different situations where the same theme comes back again and again. So what is happening there is that I wouldn't have dealt with the initial emotion of certain kind of anger or certain kind of feeling that makes me feel unsafe or makes me feel like disconnected with a kind of emotion that I should connect to, but I'm not. So at that point, it is I'm usually very conscious, because I'm doing this work for past 12 years professionally, and so I'm always on the go about checking within what's wrong. And it's not that I'm going to be perfect. I do make mistakes. I do have situations where I'm seeing yet again, this is coming back. And the key is that not bury it again, to keep moving forward and to keep looking at what is that I can do to change. It's not about feeling guilty or ashamed, and it's all about letting the light come in. And when you have the light come in, and when you can't have darkness, so it's simple as that. In fact, whatever you're having, the fear blocks or whatever emotions are coming in, if you intend it to be in the space of light, in the space of healing, it has to move. It'll dissipate. It cannot be at the same intensity. It may take days, it may take weeks, or it can even just take a couple of minutes. It's all about how much do you want to be from here to there. So I tell all my clients all the time to keep looking forward instead of looking backward. And that is by facing whatever is in between that is blocking. So a lot of times you may say that you're unable to understand what exactly is blocking you. So I want you to take a nice deep breath and think about it, that what is that you wish to do and what might be blocking you. Because if you are able to understand some kind of I mean, it could be simply that you can't see yourself so big or doing something that you've never done. And it's all about just taking a risk. And what can go wrong, really? I mean, you just have to learn, and you have to start at the beginning. You cannot be a pro at the beginning. So, but how incredible that you did something and you are moving forward. And that is, you know, there's no comparison, there's no judgment about anything, as long as it makes your heart go, you know, filled with joy. So it's all about feeling excitement. It's all about focusing on the positive, focusing on the joy and love of what you do and what you want to create. Because if there is a connection to the bigger purpose, the picture, then all these little things, emotions, all of that starts healing on its own. And a lot of times it's all about taking the step to prove that you've healed as well. Maybe you've been dealing with that situation. Maybe it's a kind of confidence issue, a kind of anger issue, or even, you know, forgiving yourself that you made some mistakes in the past. So all of that requires a lot of honest introspection and also action. A lot of times people get stuck in the space of healing and just keep meditating all the time. But if you're not going to take an action step for yourself, it could be anything as learning to cook or try something new that you've been wanting to. It's not going to happen. You know, it doesn't have to be some big, huge purpose. It could be simply bringing joy into your life and bringing some change into your life. So change is very different for person to person. And so you might have some things in your mind. What are those things that might be coming up? Feel free to put them here so everybody can share if you have those things. I can see loads of people have joined in, and thank you for liking and sharing. And so hi everybody who's come along. Okay, so I want to give you one, it's like a intent, affirmation, whatever you might want to call it. But if you have decided that these are the reasons for me to not being able to move forward or to take the next higher step, then I just want you to think of that in your mind now. And as you think about those things in your mind, that what is blocking you to move forward, it is at that point, it is your decision now. Do you really want to let this go? Or do you want to still play with it? Oh, maybe I'll just think about it. Or do you? It's a very firm decision, yes or no. So when you have said yes, the healing begins. And when you are thinking about the future with the positive intent and the positive vision of what you're creating, there can only be moving forward. So when you're moving forward, you're obviously not in darkness, you're in light. And in fact, a line that I was going to say before is this: the light has come. There be light now, here in this situation. The light has come in to this situation, or that fear or that block that you're feeling inside, and breathe into that. And you can close your eyes as I'm saying. So you close your eyes, and before that you can take a nice deep breath and ensure that the breath that you are taking is going up really high up to your rib cage, and you feel the tensions go as you release in your exhale. And as you exhale, just breathe out through your mouth as well. So let's do that again before we say that intent and work on focusing on releasing that fear. Is to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe again. We'll do a few times. And release through your mouth. Let's do that again. Now, this exercise alone, if you do that for 5 minutes as well per day, your energy will shift like amazing. Perhaps at one point we can just do that on its own. But for now, because I wanted to just get yourself in some space so we could use that intent and help you clear that block that you're sensing to in yourself for change. So if you're just continuing the breath, breathing in, out through your mouth. Once more. Now I just want you to think of those things that you were thinking about. Maybe it's just one or a few things, or you don't know what it is and you know that you want to move forward for the situation and you don't know where you're stuck. Now it could be even forgiveness issue with somebody, and that might be blocking you to feel confident about yourself or anything, maybe in business, relationships, anywhere. So now you just keep that in your mind and you say that the light has come into your body, mind, your heart, in between that person and you, or the situation and you. Feel yourself bathing in light. I will that the light has come in. The light is here, because when you say will, it's not going to happen someday. It's here now. I am in light, and under light there can be no darkness. So when we are in the space of despair, misery, darkness, if you just say this intent, this line, there is no way that you're going to be in darkness. Say that 10 times. I am in light. The light has come in. Breathe into that. If you feel like breathing exhaling out without, open mouth, just do what feels comfortable as you're doing this intent. And you are saying this because you really, really have decided this is it. I'm not going to be stuck in this situation anymore. I am moving forward in a place that is right for me, in a place that feels that's going to inspire me, give me joy, give me peace in my heart. And I may not know all the steps yet, but I want to be there, and I've decided. And the universe will bring about opportunities because you've given a clear yes. By law of attraction, it's going to attract exactly what you think and feel as well. So if you are feeling and thinking different, or maybe I'll do this, and then change your mind again and again, that's not a decision. So you have to be clear that today, if you've said that, tomorrow you may have doubts, but you're going to remember that. No, this is me going there now. I have decided, I'm moving. And you say the intent, the light has come in. And the light, in this space, I have released all the fears that's still lingering there. Do this breath and this light work, and clear this old baggage, the energies that's blocking you to move forward. There is no way that, as you keep saying and doing, that you won't move forward, and that you will not feel better, and that you will feel much more lighter. It's all about how much you spend and how much do you want this. And there is no way that change cannot happen for you. Change is an inner, it comes from within. The energy first changes within, and then it reflects outside. So if you're not seeing some success or seeing some kind of change that you need and you're wanting it so bad, it's because you're holding something conflicting inside you that is just opposite of what you're asking. Maybe you believe that you're not good enough for that, and you've got to believe in yourself if you really want that. And that fear why you're not believing in yourself has to go. And how long are you going to hold this? It is time to be empowered, to make our own choices and not feel helpless. And that's when change happens. That's when we're empowered. And I'm sensing a lot of energy here. A lot of people have been obviously focusing on it while I was doing. So know that what you're feeling inside, we've done a very quick breath work and light work. The more you're intending that this energy is filled with light and you can see the bright side of this beautiful creation that you're creating, there's no way that you will feel the same as you started. And it's all about how much you do it again and again, because obviously you've been in the old situation for years perhaps. So we've just started the new side. So you have to be patient with yourself and remember that you're always in charge of your thoughts, your feelings, and how you're going to create the next stage on your life. And it's not going to be always perfect. There can be mistakes because you're going to obviously try things for the first time, and that's the way it is. So I hope you're all feeling good with what I'm saying. If there is anything that you want to share, please feel free to. I'm just looking through all your Sukmani, thank you, and Aniket, and thank you for all your likes and shares. Anything you want to share with me, I can focus on that issue for you. Hey Alpa, lovely to see you. And so this has been great. So I'm really enjoying this. So, you know, when we are thinking about all these changes and all about this shifts, it's only when we think that way that can we really focus on a bigger picture, what we want to do in our lives. If we are not balanced in our emotions and not balanced in what we want to, in our personal lives, we can't think about things outside too much. And that's why I've put the heading here is how to bring healing, and then the change happens. And if when we do that, it opens the door to bigger change, which could be your purpose in life. And when you're able to bring that bigger purpose into picture, you are then led. You're not doing things out of what you are, your personal ego self. You're just doing things. And that comes through a space of love, through a space of joy, because you just love doing it. And hi Marian, it's good to see so many people join in. So feel free to put me questions about change. We just did a meditation on that, so people who are coming in now, make sure that you check it out, the replay. Oh, good, Claire, thanks very much. Claire Grebel, got to go, but agree with you all that you've said. Okay, before you all I finish today, I just want to say that if you are interested to focus on your purpose or build your confidence and just in general in life, and you want to understand how to move forward, how to bring change, and how to build your success or next steps in your personal life, in your professional life, I have a free training on how to find your confidence and purpose. And I have posted a link just on the top of this, in the description section of this live video. And you can access it for free. And it's, if you watch it, it's just about an hour video. And if you feel that I can help you further, there's a link that I mentioned at the end. Make sure that you go there and fill up the form so that I can support you further and on a one-to-one basis. And I would love to work with people who are genuinely wanting a transformation and feel that, you know, they need a change in a big way in life. And change and transformation doesn't happen like this all the time. Sometimes it's about changing and building beliefs and, you know, becoming a different person as well. So if you're clear that that's what it is, and you watch this and you find this is going to be of support to you, I would love to hear from you, and it would be a delight for me. So so this is really great. I'm really enjoying this. Thank you. Very impressive talk. Thank you very much. So there's so many comments and so many likes there, but I know that there are loads of things that are said, and I will keep doing these videos. If there's something that comes up for you in the next, in the next conversation, do mention and let me know, so that we can have a more interactive conversation. And I know loads of people are not always live at the same time, so feel free to leave messages so I can pick up your comments and mention or reply to them in the next video if possible. So I'll just leave you with this, that if the change has to happen, it's always scary first, and that's when you really have to help yourself. So I hope that today's conversation has been helpful, and thank you again for being here and sharing this space with me. And I pray and intend that everybody received exactly what they needed and will continue to do so. Before I go, I just say, I'm getting a message here. Sometimes things doesn't happen as we want it. Why? I always believe that if there is a wall that we keep hitting and the wall is not opening into a door, we need to understand that we have to step outside our ego sometimes. Aniket, that your question, I feel is like you've tried something for a while, so it makes sense to bring in a new perspective. Maybe you're not seeing the God or universe has something better for you, or it doesn't have to happen in that way. Maybe you need to experiment different ways, or approach different people, or notice if it's happening repeatedly with you in certain people or certain situations. See in yourself what might be blocking you. It could be anything that you are trying to manifest. Maybe it's some fear or confidence or some whatever. I don't know what exactly it is. And that part, if you clear what it is, and then you can say the same intent, the light has come in and I'm letting it go, and say that several times, every week, every day, till you feel like it's gone and you're feeling like confident and in your own space, in your own energies, that does not affect you. In fact, you want it so much, you've given the power to it so much that actually you have you're not actually doing it from a space of heart and unconditional love. You're too attached to the outcome, and that's the beauty of purpose and doing what we want to do, and out of the space of heart, is that we are doing it because we are enjoying it, not because what we're receiving back, right? And how can we remove emotional blocks? Just exactly how I said to one of the ways. That's not only way, but if you are clear what that emotional block is, Aniket, you can mention that in your mind and do the breath work, and you can watch this replay again and think of that emotion and say the line that light has come in and I'm letting this situation go. And there's, under space of lightness and that feeling of joy, where you want to be on the other side of forgiveness, or to be free of that, because holding that emotion is toxic. It's creating more pain inside you and you don't want it. It's not going to do anything to anybody else. So it's all about how much do you want to let it go, and say that the light has come into that situation. I'm letting it go. And just take a nice deep breath. And do this as often as possible whenever it comes into your mind, and sit for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, as long as you want in the first instance when you do that. And it's all about intending it through breath, through light, because under light there can be no darkness, and you will find the space of the, purity under the space of light energy. And when you're saying that, and you're saying you're letting it go, and you're willing it, the light has come in, and you're willing it, that it has gone, you have decided, and the universe has to give it to you. It has to reduce in its impact of emotions that you feel slowly till it dissipates. It has nowhere to go. But it's all up to you. It's all about how you help yourself. God only helps those who help themselves. I mean, He's happy to help you and give healing if you're going to ask. Only when you ask, you receive, isn't it? So I hope that helped you. So, great question, Aniket. Thank you. And let me know how it goes, because obviously I'm going to work on with that. And so great. I think this has been great first time Facebook Live. So I'm really grateful for all of you who have come along. And anything else you wish to share, please keep doing that. I will try and pick it up in for the next Facebook Live whenever I do that. And any questions or any things that you want me to talk about in the next one, I could always be inspired from that, surely. So thank you, and have a wonderful day. Bye.